ask you, Jim, if you would, to show us one of these phones in action?
Sure, absolutely.
We're going to pan over here to a couple of interesting looking products.
Yeah, and, so this is the VVX 1500.
That's the telephone's come a long way. It's 2,500 stations.
It has.
Yeah.
So actually, the unit can be adjusted in several ways. We've paid special attention to the human factor, so that if somebody's going to be making a video call, you want it to be eye to eye, right? You don't want the video camera to be looking down at you. You don't want it to be looking up your nose, things of that sort. So
John Chambers told me that there's a special problem with this IntelliPresence they've discovered. It's the only real problem with it, because you know, face-to-face communication is the richest medium. We have email way over here lean, and picture phones can get pretty close, you know, telepresence closer, but there's this thing where it feels like they're looking through you.
Right.
That you don't get in person.
Yeah.
So is that partially to avoid any problems like that? You want it more at the eye level?
Yeah, you want it at the eye level, make eye contact with the person, so you can adjust the stand this way in the back, or you can adjust the screen.
Now,
if there's any glare on your screen.
What kind of price point are we seeing that for a small business on this sort of devices?
So the street price is right around $900.
Okay.
And it has a 7-inch color display. It has the camera adjustable here. You have a privacy shutter, so if
that's
you
nice.
Close that.
Yeah.
So let's make a video call.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and just do one-touch video. So we have a speed dial set up right here.
Okay.
We're going to call Sally.
Okay.
Yep.
Hi, Sally.
There's Sally.
Wow, that's a great picture.
So yeah, it's a good picture. So all you have to do is, hi Sally. So all you have to do is just touch the picture once, and you go to full screen.
Okay.
This is our side here, so I can see if my hair is messed up or not. So I can change those two. So Sally is on the lower one. I can get a big picture of myself and switch back. So as you see with the touch screen, you have a lot of capability to just intuitively move things around, change the layouts of the screen, and gives a lot of flexibility.
Engineering. Now that's probably a resistive screen, or is it a capacitive? You know, so one of them you can do the multi-touch gesture.
Right. This is not multi-touch gesture at this point.
Okay.
And so Sally right now has it on privacy mode, so she has the handset up to her, and I'm going to actually give you the handset, so you can talk to her and you can hear the quality of the HD voice.
Okay, now this
you can't really hear it through the speaker.
Ethernet. Hi, Sally. Oh. It sounds like it's coming in over a HD television receiver, perhaps. The quality's like a European drop. What a pleasure. Really great audio, yeah. So this is MPEG 4 probably stream, that includes the audio component. I'm just wondering why you call it HD audio. Is it because of the bit rate?
The HD audio is based on the codecs that we use. So it's a 722 codec, and it basically gives you up to 22 kilohertz. And so, you know, basically, if you look at telephony today, it goes up to 3 kilohertz, and it goes up to 12, which is CD quality. Yeah, it's exceptional quality.
It's like an 18-bit sampling equivalent.
Yeah, so you get it on the handset, on the speakerphone, and on a headset. So if you have an HD headset, you get HD quality through there.
Now, does it have a Bluetooth on it? So you can
it doesn't have Bluetooth, but it has a USB port, so you see the driver in here. So there's a couple applications.
Does that have a controller or just a slave?
It's just a slave at this point.
If you had a controller, you could do Wi-Fi uplink. Because I have a video phone in my car now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do the USB, so I had to run a hardwired Ethernet from a cradle point to get video in the car. But if you put a controller in there, then you're really
so the key applications that we have, Sally, I'm going to go ahead and hang up. Thanks for letting us call you. All right. So
in the speakerphone, how's the switching? And is it a full duplex speakerphone, or does it have a voice switch?
Absolutely full duplex.
I know Polycom is the king of voice switching. You inherited the Bell Labs standards for excellence and surpassed them, right?
Yeah, so we've leveraged the technology from our triangular-shaped conference phones and built that into our desktop phones.
Yeah, I bought one of your first ones. Had it in my consulting shop for years. Beautiful product, but now they're even better, right?
Yep.
These are the new ones over here?
So the USB port. So there's a couple applications. So let's go to the USB port. So here's a picture frame application. So you can actually show pictures on. You can pick a background, specific background. So if I wanted to pick a background, I could do that. You can have family photos, things of that sort. But also we'll do call recording. So initially we're doing just voice only recording. So if you're in a legal field, if you're a reporter, a blogger, and you wanted to record somebody, you could actually record them, downloads it to a WAV file, you plug it into your PC, you can have access to that.
USB stick?
Absolutely, yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Eventually, we're looking to have video recording as well.
And then you can do YouTube from a video recording.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah,
yep. Once we have that available.
Side, right?
Yep. Yep. So when you see that every application or everything that you want to do on the telephone, you can actually do through a touch screen.
What about an integration with Outlook to pull in the PST and have a bidirectional Outlook sync? Have you ever looked at that? Or
we don't have integration with Outlook at this point, but it's something that we're looking at as a
maybe
potential.
Exchange server.
Yep.
That is one beautiful phone. Now, what do you see, Jim, as the future for this class of phone as far as the price point? Do you think this is going to become a consumer class product someday? Because the era of video phones was supposed to arrive in 1964 at the World's Fair with the Bell System picture phone. But it seems like it might actually be going to happen in the next 10 years? What do you think?
Oh, I think sooner than that.
Really?
I think for Polycom, we're focused on the business market, so we're not going to go after the consumer market.
Are you after the SMB, like the top of the SMB, 30 to 300 or 500 employees? Are you after enterprise?
We're after the SMB 100 plus employees, as well as large enterprise.
Okay.
Both markets.
And do you get bundled with PBXs in the large enterprises now, or you have partnerships where it's OEM'd, or how does that work? I'm not really current on Polycom.
Yeah, so we have a couple go-to-markets. One is through service providers. So, for example, Telstra in Australia has OEM'd this, and they have their logo on it, and they're going to be selling in the Australian market. We also are working with our whole ecosystem of service providers. We deal with Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3. So Verizon, AT&T, as well as
I had no idea they were selling this phone.
Tier 2, Tier 3 service providers.
No kidding. Okay. So if I was, say, running a 100-employee company, I could contract with one of those, and they would handle financing and.
So that would be a hosted version, and then we also have premise-based PBX partners.
I see.
That we're working with Cisco being one that this phone works on from a SIP perspective. So we've done interoperability with Cisco Unified Communications Manager and SIP through a third party that Cisco's recommended.
I see.
And that's what we've announced here at the show.
Interesting. Fantastic. I want to thank you for spending time with us and giving us a great demo. And looks like you have